Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today I'm going to be using the banner set from Apple Blossom. This set's available from craftstash.co.uk and it consists of a group of sentiments that all fit inside these banners. So you've got 3 banners with different edges around them, and then we have this shaped one that creates a really pretty effect on your cards. So here we've got a couple of ideas, and this is just simply using the banner as a banner and adding it to a gold frame to add to your cards. But this one is using the banners in a different way, and I'm going to share this with you and one other idea today. So to make this first card, I've created a base card with a top fold. And I'm using papers that are all from the same paper stack so that I know the colours will all blend. I've just created a smaller panel that's going to sit on there, and the size really, this is a 5x7, but the size of this really doesn't matter as long as it's big enough to take your banners. So we'll just pop that on one side. Now this is just a piece of spare card, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the banners. I've cut all the different patterns of the banners, and I'm just going to take them, and with a little spot of glue at the top of the banner, I'm just going to add it to this piece of spare card so that it's just glued just at that top piece. And then I'm going to add all the others along it so that they're all butted up together and level, and I'm going to add them along there, again only gluing at the top, and I'll need 4 because the banners then will just be wide enough to take the 4 pieces as I go along. And you'll see what I mean in a minute when I start to do the creating of it, the weaving of it. Now once they're all stuck down, and they're only stuck at the top, don't forget, I have all these free at the bottom. So now I can take another piece and I can start to weave through these. So I'm going under and over the pieces. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way. So we'll push that right up to the top there, and then we'll weave this one in the opposite direction. So where it's gone under, it will go over, and where it's gone over, it will then go under. And push that so that that's up level with that piece. And again I'm going to weave in the next piece. And that will sit up there, and again you need to keep them level along the edges. And we'll put the last piece in down at the bottom there. Now to make sure that they stay in place, what I'm going to do is just lift each of these little flaps up and add a spot of glue. So I'm going to go all around it, just adding in that little spot of glue to keep them in place. Now once your little panel is dry, you can just trim off any spare card at the side and then add some foam pads to the back of it, and that's ready to add to your base. Now this started off as a 5x7 card, but I didn't like it, so I've trimmed it down and it's now an A2, which is 4¼ by 5½, and that panel's going to sit on the front with some foam tape on the back, and I'm going to put foam tape on the back of this and sit that in the centre. So you can have it as a diamond shape or as a square shape, it's entirely up to you. Now don't forget to glue these banners all down to your base card that you have the weaving on, and then with some foam pads and another banner I have just stamped out a sentiment from the from the stamp set that says Happy Christmas, and that's just going to sit along there. And then with some pearls we'll just dress this card up a little bit more, and then it will be ready. But don't go, because I've got another one that I want to share with you that's still using this same banner set. So there we have the first card completed. So for the second card we're going to need lots of banners, all cut with all the banner shapes that you have in your pack. I've also stamped and embossed one of the sentiments onto the curved banner shape along there. I need some gilding flakes, and I need some double-sided adhesive sheets that just fits a nice piece of card. And this is going to sit on top of my base. So my base card, this time it is a 5x7, and I've added in a patterned paper to the bottom, and this is the piece that's going to sit along there. Now what I need to do is work on these. So I'm going to take the backing off my double-sided sheet and I'm going to add it to my card. So if you peel your backing off the top part of your card, you can lay it onto your card and then just pull the carrier sheet off as you come down it, and that will get the double-sided sheet onto your piece of card without any bubbles in it. Now the next thing that you need to do is remove the top part of the carrier sheet, and that is very sticky, so you need to be careful with that as you're bringing it off. Okay, so we've now got that off and we've got the sticky sheet exposed. So with all the different coloured banners, I'm just going to stick them onto the sheet, and I'm going to layer them on so that they're in different patterns, but I'm leaving a gap between each banner, and I'm going to go along there and fill all that card with all these different patterns. So we'll try and keep those level. So I'm going to fill all that, and anything that I cut off these ends I can use to fill in the gaps on the other side. So we'll just stagger these a little bit. So you need to make sure that these are all stuck down. And then you've still got the sticky bits exposed on the card. So what you need to do is very carefully, with your gilding flakes, you're going to press this onto the papers so that it sticks in all the little glued bits that are on your card, and you need to really press it down into that sticky back sheet. So once you've got all your flakes pressed into your paper, you need to put the excess back into your box, and this is a little scrubber, this, that takes all the extra bits off your card. So you're going to very gently go over your card and remove all the excess bits very gently. And then you'll have a beautiful card that's got gilding flakes all over it. So I'm just going to tip these back now into the box, and they will fly everywhere, so be very careful with them. So the last thing to do with this panel is just to trim it off. So I'm trimming off all these extra pieces that are on the side. And there we've got a lovely gilded panel that's going to be added to our card. So I've backed both of my panels onto some gold card to tie in the gold in the gilding flakes, but I've swapped out my white base card for a black one. So what I'm going to do is add this to my black base card. I'm going to put some foam tape behind this to raise it up and add that to my front panel. And then to tie in the black, I've used some large sentiments just to add in Happy Birthday to you along the front. So there you have some ideas on how to use the banner dies and the banner sentiments, and a couple of ways in which they don't look like banners at all. You can get these dies and matching stamps from craftstash.co.uk, and I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it the thumbs up, and why not subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.